Welcome to another, Nightmare on Elm Street movie review. Of course, I'm here with Arlo once again, and tonight we're going to be reviewing A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Um, last week we reviewed Nightmare on Elm Street, the very first one, and of course it became a huge hit. And so what does New Line Cinema decide to do? Of course, just like with all movie companies, they have to make a sequel. So literally a year later, we get Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, which stars let me get the cast list up. Mark Patton as Jesse. Kim, Kim Myers. Stop it, bro. Come on.
All right.
Okay. Kim Myers as Lisa. Robert Rusler um, as Grady, and of course we get Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger once again, because who better to play Freddy Krueger than Robert Englund? Because Robert Englund's the man. So my thoughts heading into this film, I was looking forward to it. I was definitely looking forward to it. Nightmare on Elm Street is a classic. Freddy Krueger has already gone down as one of the more unique slashers in horror. He can talk, he can kill people in your dreams. Definitely a lot more complex than Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers. Wes Craven's created something where Freddy is completely different from all the other ones. So after a great Nightmare on Elm Street, I was actually looking forward to see how they were gonna follow up such a classic, timeless film. So I was looking forward to it. Arlo, heading into this movie,
Yeah.
what was your expectations?
He was killed in the last movie, and I want to see how this was gonna go. Yeah. That's so funny.
I'm sorry. Okay, let's get on with the review. So, oh boy, this is gonna be one of those nights. So, so we see a school bus, driving down the street, and we see the kids leaving the school bus. And Arlo, did you notice who was driving the school bus?
Elton John.
No. Oh, bro, I know where you're going with that. Stop it.
Well, for me.
Okay. It wasn't Elton John. Okay. It was Robert Englund. Robert Englund was the school bus driver. And I had to rewind that because I was like, is that Robert Englund, the school bus driver? And it turned out that it was. So I was kind of like, that's interesting. And then we go inside the school bus, and we meet Jesse, sitting in the back of the bus, looking like a fucking. I don't want to say, I'm not gonna say that, but he looks like one of those teenage boys that you expect to go crazy in high school. I'll just say that. So he's just sitting in the back of the bus, and then kids are getting out of the school bus, and yada yada yada. And kids are slowly leaving the school bus, and then a couple girls, are laughing at Jesse while he's back in the bus. Oh my god, I'm sorry. They're laughing at him, and Jesse's like trying to open up a window, but he can't open the window. And then one of the girls wanted to get off the bus, but the bus just keeps on driving and keeps going faster. Now I think
rolling, keep rolling.
Yeah, sure. Now keep in mind, Robert Englund himself is driving the bus, and there was a reason why that was going on. Because where are we at, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we're in a good old-fashioned nightmare. And I'm not gonna lie, Arlo, I did like how this movie started. I think it started out very intense. Very intense. Like we see, the bus driver basically just driving on a deserted area, just like driving like a pissed off teenager on a Saturday night, just crashing in this shit, just going full throttle. And then we later see, Freddy's hand, we see Freddy's hand. So I'm like, oh, okay, he transitioned to Freddy. I thought that was a really nice touch, having Robert Englund as the bus driver, and he turned into Freddy. I thought that was a really nice touch. So the girls are freaking out, and Jesse's looking kind of scared, played by Mark Patton, of course. And then they're basically in hell at this point, because it gets to the point where the ground like caves in from around them, and it gets to a point where the school bus is like teetering. It's teetering, and then the girls are screaming. Jesse's, Jesse's just looking completely terrified. And then of course we see Freddy, get up from his seat, laughing at them. And I kind of like how he was taking his glove. He was like slowly tearing up the seats, and he was laughing. And then he was just taking his nails and scraping against the ceiling of the bus. He's just like laughing, and the girls like screaming, "No, no!" And Freddy's just like walking towards them, slowly laughing. And I'm sitting there like, okay, this is a pretty cool way to start the movie. And then Freddy just, and then we see Freddy take his hand, and then he goes to swipe at the kids. And then when he goes to swipe at the kids, we meet a mother, who we later find out is Jesse's mother, preparing breakfast. And while she's preparing breakfast, we hear this loud scream, like a very loud scream. And Jesse's little sister says, "Why can't Jesse, wake up like a normal person?" So we later now learn that Jesse's having nightmares about Freddy. So it's nice to see that Freddy is still fucking with people's nightmares. So then, we meet Jesse. He's just waking up, and he's sweating profusely. He's waking up because he just moved into the house. And then we meet Jesse's quote unquote girlfriend, Lisa, played by Kim Myers, who I've seen her in a couple episodes of Seinfeld. I knew she looked familiar. And they drive off from the school. So Arlo, I really liked how this movie started. I thought this was a very intense way to start the film, with the bus driver, Freddy slowly walking, towards the Freddy. He still has his presence, his menacing, creepy presence. And of course we meet, I guess, our lead character and the family and his girlfriend. So at this point, Arlo, I'm like, good. We're off to a good start. Your thoughts?
I guess so. I mean, yeah, it didn't start off as exciting as the first movie did, but still, like, this one had a good beginning to it. The way driving and stuff, you could tell that I don't know what you said about him, but he looked kind of like nervous or somebody that did have issues or something, and he looked like a creep. Like he had that good boy haircut and shit. It looked weird. Like that whole hell part, I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then he wakes up in a panic, and I'm like, oh, okay, he had a nightmare. What I didn't realize was he had been running 7 miles. Was when he woke up, he was it looked like he ran 7 miles. He was just drenched in sweat and shit. Right after that, you could tell the dad was an asshole. Not just like, oh, he's gonna be a terrible character though. But this guy like was a legit asshole. He could barely get his lines across because they picked the wrong person for it, and yeah, it was really stupid. And then yeah, we go back to see I guess his girlfriend at the time, and yeah, them interacting and shit. And yeah, I think that's the furthest you went. But yeah, it wasn't very much going on with this. But yeah, it was kind of interesting though. But it wasn't as strong as the first opening.
Yeah. You could kind of tell that that Jesse and Lisa. Okay, you could tell that that they had a thing going on. I mean, because Jesse is too shy to flirt with her.
Well, we see why.
Okay, all right. So for the next scene, we go to well, it looks like to be a gym class. They're playing baseball. And we see Lisa basically looking at Mark and stuff. And her friend trying to tell Lisa, like, when are you gonna get with that and all that stuff. And then Mark is like, looking at Lisa as well. So you can kind of tell that they're kind of feeling each other a little bit. So Grady, played by Robert Rusler, he's at the bat, and he hits the baseball. Jesse's not paying attention. He's looking at Lisa, and the baseball hits him in the head. Now I'm like, okay, that could either kill a man or give him a serious concussion. So he probably didn't hit the ball that hard because he didn't wear a helmet. Jesse didn't wear a helmet. He was literally hit him right in the head. So I'm like, damn. But of course, it's a movie. He's fine, of course. And then the gym teacher. The gym teacher is like, telling him like, "Are you okay? We'll pay attention next time and stuff." And then it later proceeds that Jesse got Grady out on a play. And then I think Jesse said some smart ass remark, and Grady literally like rips his pants to the point where we see Jesse's ass, and I'm like, oh. It was a quick glance, but we could see that his ass was shown. And all right, so they get into a tussle. they get into a fight, rolling on the floor, on the ground and shit. And the gym teacher, uh, what the gym teacher said. Wait, let me drink some water before I say this. Ah. Gym teacher breaks it up and tells them to assume the position. So they assume the position, and they're basically doing push-ups for God knows how long. It seems like the coach had him out there for an hour or two. And then Grady's talking about that that he gets his rocks off watching this. I mean, I've heard stories about him. Heard a story about Coach. I think his name was Stabler, or something like that. I've heard stories about him and being in S&M clubs in downtown, and he likes pretty boys like you and stuff. And then as they're basically going through this torturous thing, they kind of get to know each other a little bit. Hey, what's up with you and Lisa? Have you given her the full amount yet? And then Jesse says, "Do you have a problem with me?" He was like, "No, I'm just trying to kill time." So they fought, but you could tell that they kind of let that ride and stuff. And then the coach tells them get in the showers, and then we see Grady talk about we find out that Jesse moved into the same house that Nancy lived in. And then, of course, Grady tells him the stories about how she went insane, watched her boyfriend get killed by a maniac. And then, of course, Jesse doesn't believe it. And then the next night, we find out that Jesse we found him in another nightmare. He's in another nightmare, and then he just happens. He hears a noise, from the basement. Then he looks, he looks down the basement. And we see, of course, the fedora hat, and Freddy's build in a shadow. So he tries to close the door, but it won't close. Jesse tries to run, and he runs into Freddy. And again, Robert Englund does another fantastic job as Freddy. Like I said, you could tell he's having fun with the role, and they're giving him good things to do, and they're giving him great lines of dialogue. Jesse tries to run, screaming, "Daddy!" He runs into Freddy and goes, "Daddy can't save you now, Jesse. We got work. We got very important work to do, Jesse." And then another one of Freddy's classic lines, "You got the body, but I've got the brain." And then he takes his skin off, and then we see Freddy's brain. Jesse screams, and then Freddy's laughing at him. And then Jesse wakes up again screaming and sweats again. And I think he made a point early in the film, too, that it's hot as hell in his room. It's hard for him to sleep, so that's why he's so sweaty. So, Earl, nothing much here. I think so far this movie is firmly establishing that this is Freddy's next target. And so nothing really much happens here, but just confirming that Freddy is after Jesse. So, Earl, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, we get to the field where some horseplay is going on. and something leads to another, and pants get pulled down. Yeah, there's a first undertone of the evening, and don't you worry, there's a multitude of them, and people who enjoy that or don't enjoy that, you'll be in for a treat. Yeah, so we figure out that the coach is gay. That's the important thing I got out of that scene. What else? Yeah, him like not really waking up, but him just like getting up and moving around his house and stuff, and finds Freddy, and Freddy's like attacking him, and instead of running like a normal person, he just gets attacked. Freddy like just grabs him and is like putting his nail on his face and stuff, and the guy was enjoying a long object that's shaped as a straight shape on his face, and then Freddy pushes him against the wall, kind of, and for some reason he just puts his hands up against the walls like he's ready to take something. I don't know what it is, but he's ready to take something. And yeah, and we see the brain, and he screams like a little bitch. He I don't know if it's in the other movies. He might be the first Scream King. But, yeah, those most important parts.
Well, okay, we'll get to that point in the movie very soon that Arlo wants to get into. But all right, so we're the next day of class, and Jesse's falling asleep in class, which we've all done.
I just did it yesterday.
And I did it today. So
you're not focused on your education, James.
Wow. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, don't you worry about it.
You're better than this.
I'm awfully defensive. Are you producing in your education, Arlo?
You damn right I am.
Okay, all right. You say that now, but
What's that mean?
Nothing. So nothing. So
are you Jesse?
I'm not. Stop it. But but Jesse's falling asleep, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I think a rattlesnake. Yeah, I don't know what snake it was. I don't want to say boa constrictor, but I think it was a rattlesnake, and it just appears out of nowhere on Jesse's neck. Now I'll give Mark Patton this, because I don't like snakes. I don't like being around snakes. I don't like touching the skin of snakes. They just feel so weird and creepy. So if Mark Patton was actually brave enough to literally have Snake like crawl over him, hey, I gotta give him props for that. Respect for that. So,
oh my god, it's a snake. Get the snake off me. It's not. I only like black snakes around me. What?
Well, okay. So of course Jesse freaks out and screams in class. And then of course they get the snake off him, which again, I don't know how the snake got on him, but it's whatever. So they wind up laughing at him and all that shit. So I'm like, oh, okay.
And he gives the gayest middle finger of all time. What?
Oh, okay. All right. He flamboyantly gave Grady the middle finger. All right. So then we get to Jesse wants to go visit Lisa, but then of course his father's been heckling him about cleaning his room and stuff.
Damn, clean your room. What?
Okay, clearly Jesse's father is one of those old school fathers. You know, one of those old school fathers. And
I don't even think so. I think he's like one of those. I'm not gonna say it.
okay, yeah, I know what you mean. So Jesse, you know, said he wants to go out for a little bit, and the father's like, no, go, you know, like unpack your room, something like that. And then Jesse just goes and like a little kid, just like stomps his feet going up to his room.
Hey, wait. If you think that was a little flamboyant, wait till the next scene. Probably James' favorite scene. What?
Yo, relax. But so he stomps his feet going up to his room. Then he just goes, ugh, and he's in his room. Guy feels uncomfortable talking about this.
There's worse.
He's in his room, and he picks up a cassette tape, puts it in his cassette tape player. I'm thinking it's gonna be some rock song, or hell, or even. Okay, the music that played was, oh man. Apparently, it was a song called I typed the name of it. Like
Fuck Me Often. What?
no, it was like
Probably what it was.
no. The apparent name of the song was. It was "Touch Me, Baby" all night long. Now this. Okay, so this song plays. As soon as it starts, I'm like, "This is interesting." Okay, he puts the tape and he hits play. He opens up his drawer and then just tosses his stuff into the drawer and goes, "How you like that, Dad?" I'm like, "Oh God, no." So he starts putting on his sunglasses and basically, you know, putting his stuff in his drawer. You know, he puts his hat on. You know, he basically starts jamming out to the music and shit. Ugh. Then he puts on these weird 1980s glasses, and I shit you not, he had his drawer open. He turned around, and he literally rolled back to close it.
No, he twerked to close that shit. That's what he did. He was like twerking and closed it.
He twerked, closed it, and
I can't.
and oh gosh.
Oh my god.
So, okay, all right, and so he and then he grabs like looks like a miniature, baseball bat. And then he starts, singing to the music. And the song is like it was a really I'll just say lame song he was listening to. I'll just say that, very lame. And he jumps on the bed. And he places the little baseball bat right where his dick would be. And he starts like going, he starts getting low with the shit. And I'm like, what kind of dude? Okay. So then while he's really into it now, Lisa and his mom walk in, and then he jumps off the bed and turns it off. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out the way. Okay, clearly throughout this, in the first 20 minutes, okay, we clearly could see that Jesse has a little sugar in his tank. Okay.
He has a cauldron of homo sorcery. That's what he has.
Oh God! Shout out to Grits. But
hashtag Dyke Shoulders. Hashtag butt chips. What?
Anyway.
You brought him up, bro.
I was showing him respect. I didn't have to bring that shit up. But
I had to.
Yeah, anyway.
You my daughter. You ain't my son, you my daughter.
That ain't funny, bro. But so after we get that weird coming out party, we
oh shit.
Oh wow. So the mother leaves and Lisa volunteers to help Jesse, clean up his room. And then they find Nancy's diary. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And they read about the stuff. She says about Glenn, how much she wants him. And then Jesse says, "Oh, let me read it." And like, oh, okay. And then Jesse, reads the part where she talks about where Nancy writing about Freddy, with the silver glove and all that stuff. His name is Fred Krueger, and he wants to kill me. I mean, I know we're making fun of Mark Patton now. And later down, we even find out that Mark Patton himself said that he hated doing that scene. But I did like how I liked how he sold the realization that Nancy's talking about the same guy that Jesse's been seeing in his dreams. So I liked Mark Patton's acting in that scene. I as soon as he realized he's talking about Nancy, I really like how he sold them. Bro, come on. Just come on. So I really liked Mark Patton's acting there. So Arlo, just go ahead and say what you're going. Just go ahead and say what you want to say. I'm going to step away for a second.
What'd you say? Where'd you stop at?
Stopped at the part where Jesse realized that Nancy
has
the same thing he's been seeing.
All right, let's get to basically the most important part of this movie. No, not one of the most important parts of the movie. The snake scene, though, that was pretty good. He loves big, long things on his face. But maybe he got so scared because it wasn't like It wasn't black, which he prefers probably. I don't know, something. And gay flip off sign. I'm going out for a bit. No, you're not. Go and park your back, sis. Dad. Raging homo he was. I can say that.
I'm sorry, just the way you said, Dad.
Dad, I'm just going outside. I'll be back soon. Go unpack your things. I hate you. Well, I could be making this shit up. If I wanted to. So you put on the gayest song imaginable. What was the name of it, James? Well, whatever
it was
I Want You to Love Me or some shit.
Something like that, yeah.
Some shit like that. Yeah, but yeah, he was dancing to that, twerking. It was very weird. Put on the weirdest fucking weirdest sunglasses possible. And then he'd like when he put like his first box into the drawer. He's like, "How you like that? Ha!" How you like that, Dad? Oh my gosh, this shit was so fucking funny. Wow. It was so fucking lame. And then he put on glasses and snapped and
He snapped.
The snap is very important. Puts on the cap, snaps again, and starts twerking. It was so fucking weird. Jeez. Oh my gosh. And then he gets like this. It's not like a microphone. I know it's like a children's toy. You put a ball in it and then you pump it like something, and like it's like a gun thing that just like you shoot out. And yeah, this guy uses it as a penis, and yeah, he basically shot a load out with a children's toy. And that was very weird. Best I can say. The movie really should have just ended there and like, well, we couldn't get any worse than we have, but here's some more cauldron of homo sorcery for you. And we got that more with the movie, and then you find out something about something, and it was really important because what we just saw.
Guys, if you haven't watched that scene, just I wouldn't recommend it, but if you guys want to see that uncomfortable scene, just go right ahead. So
You have to watch it.
you have to see it to believe it. You have to see it to believe it.
You know, it's amazing.
God, I would love to hear MG's reaction to that.
I hear Grit's reaction to that.
So after we get that scene, Jesse notices that everything is melting in his room. So he goes to his basement, looks in the furnace, and finds Freddy's glove. Finds Freddy's glove, and then Freddy appears, and then he basically says, "Kill for me, Jesse." And then and Jesse has the glove. He's like, "Go on, try it on." But then Jesse just throws it down and tries to run
I
away.
don't want it. What?
Yeah, he does that, and he tries to run. He tries to run, but he falls and he finds the Freddy glove still there. So we were starting to get the idea that yes, Freddy's fucking him with it in his nightmares, but at the same time, he's trying to possess Jesse. So after he
Trying to fuck
falls
him in the
down,
ass.
what?
What? He's trying to get inside of him.
Yeah. So Jesse, is talking to Lisa about the dreams he's been having, and then we later found out that Lisa's gonna have a pool party at her house. So we see Jesse and Grady running, and they're talking, and we see the gate coach going, "No talking whatsoever." And I actually kind of like this part. I thought it was kind of funny with Jesse and Grady are they're in the locker room, and Jesse says, "You know what, Stabler shouldn't have called you out on that play." And then Grady says, "Boy, the coach, Coach Stabler, he's definitely had a stick up his ass lately." And then Jesse goes, "Coach Stabler always has a stick up his ass." And the whole time while they're saying that, the coach is like right behind them, and then I forgot what he said. Oh god, I forgot what he said, but he said something like I think like "hello pussies" or something like that. And then when they realize coach is there, they both go, "Fuck." Like I kind of like that. And then the next scene, they're doing push-ups again. I kind of laughed at that. I'm like, okay, that was actually pretty funny. So so we get to the house, and then we see Jesse walk into the living room. He's going like, "Oh my god, it's hot like an oven in here." And I'm like, "Oh fuck." And then the father's trying to fix the thermostat. Then all of a sudden, okay, we get some really silly shit here. Okay, so all of a sudden, the parakeet starts going batshit crazy. Cuts the father, attacking the family. And this is kind of silly. This is some comedy shit here. And then out of nowhere, the parakeet just blows up. It blew up. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell was that all about? Why did the parakeet just attack the family? Was that Freddy? Was it not? I don't know. But yeah, that was weird. I'm like, what was the point of that? Like, it was something you'd see out of a John Hughes film. That was just weird, man. So after the parakeet, blows up in front of the family. Jesse's father accuses him of a sabotage and whatsoever. I'm like, okay, clearly these two just don't get along, Jesse and the father. And then, I'll just stop right there. So we got, the gym scene with the Well, okay, we got Freddy terrorizing Jesse some more. And of course, you can see Grady and Jesse, they're starting to get along and become friends, and we see this completely goofy scene with the parakeet, which I thought was completely what the fuck. So, okay, so Arlo, I mean, despite everything that they're quote unquote trying to put in front of our faces, I, to be honest with you, Arlo, I'm actually kind of enjoying the film right now. I mean, Robert Englund's doing his thing as Freddy, and I'm not gonna. I kind of like Mark Patton's acting in this. I think he's very convincing. Being scared, and yeah. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying the film right now. So, all your thoughts?
Well, I have to agree with you. It's really entertaining. Scary? Hell no. Uh, did you get the teacher yet in the club?
I didn't get to that yet.
What was the last thing you talked about? I'm sorry.
The parakeet attacking the family.
Perfect. That was amazing. All right, yeah. After that, he goes downstairs. He throws his glove on the ground like something else. I'm not allowed to say. He trips, and no, freaking the fuck out. It's funny. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's going well. And then there's some development between Jesse and
Grady.
yeah, that's her name. Um, it's weird. Doesn't she look like Meryl Streep?
Who? Lisa? Jesse's girlfriend?
Yeah.
She a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, especially Meryl Streep now. She looks like it.
Okay.
So that was going on. It's really fucking hot in there. The cheap ass dad ain't gonna call nobody to fix the AC. And then a bird attacks the family. That shit was the funniest shit I've seen in a while. He was like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? A fucking parrot is attacking a family of 4. That's some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. And they're like, Jesse, his comments aren't helping that either. And the dad, like, gets his face cut by the parrot. That shit was funny. And then, no, especially when the parrot got out, he's like, damn it, ow, Jesse. Oh shit! I'm like, oh my gosh, they're really testing my patience with this. They're really testing my patience with this. And then instead of like getting like the parrot or anything, like him just falling or something, yeah, it just fucking explodes. The fuck was that? I don't even know what I just watched. I don't know. It was very weird to say the least.
Well, to be more on the positive side, how are you liking Robert Englund as Freddy so far?
I mean, I don't really care for it right now. There's the one storyline that is the movie, and there's another storyline which is the homosexuality of it, and I'm more focused on that one because it's funny, and I'm enjoying it more.
Okay. Yeah. But we get to the next night. Jesse can't sleep, of course. He goes to the kitchen, And then more random shit. Like, all out of nowhere, like, The Undertaker makes an appearance in this film because lightning bolts literally just come out of nowhere and just sets the dishes on fire. I'm like, okay, nice. So The Undertaker makes a cameo in this as well. And Jesse has like a what the fuck look on his face. And all of a sudden we see Jesse wandering the streets.
Yes. Yes, he was.
So, I apologize, folks. So Jesse's wandering the streets in his PJs, soaking rain, and we see him walking into this place. I think it's called like Don's Place, where we find out.
What? Wait, what? What are you say?
It's a gay bar that he's walking into. So at this point, I'm like, this is probably the most uncomfortable I've been watching a horror film in a very long time. I think the last time I felt this uncomfortable was Rob Zombie Halloween's rape scene. So yeah, I mean, we see dudes in drag, and like in S&M clothing, just really weird. And I'm like, why the fuck is Jesse walking into this place right now? Are they trying to tell us something in this film?
No, how did he get into it too? Isn't he supposed to be like 18 or like in high school? How the fuck you get to a bar if you're that? No.
Yeah, well, I guess it was the 80s, I guess. But even the 80s, people still checked IDs at the door.
I mean, he looks like a twink, so I got it. Yes. Fresh meat, guys. Fresh meat. Get in here.
Yeah, I guess. So he goes into a gay bar, and when I find out it was a gay bar, he walks into it. I just simply go, So so he's walking in, and he's just like looking around and shit. Shirt just opened where his chest is exposed. I'm like, okay, you're kind of advertising right now, Jesse. You might want to button that shit up at least, or just get the fuck out of there. How about just do that? So he's just walking around, looking around, and then we go up to this bartender and said, "I would like a beer, please." So the bartender gives him a beer. He pours it, and then the gym teacher catches him, grabs his arm, looks at him, and smiles. I'm like, oh, fuck, please don't tell me what it's about. But turns out it didn't go down like I thought it was going to go down. So he literally makes Jesse run laps around the gym in the middle of the night.
Suck his dick, what?
Maybe that did happen. We don't know. And to make this even more weird, not only is Jesse running around in the gym running laps, Coach still has his fucking S&M outfit on. So I'm like, where is this going? And then after he runs, he just simply tells Jesse to get in the shower. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? What am I watching? So after we see Jesse, taking a shower, I'm like, I'm thinking, okay, all right, Jerry Sandusky, anybody? I mean, is that where we're about to get to right now? But luckily, we didn't get to that point. So while the coach still is in S&M outfit, all of a sudden,
what's an S&M?
He gets attacked.
What's S&M?
What?
What's S&M?
Look it up. So all of a sudden, he gets attacked by random balls. Basketballs, tennis balls,
Hairy balls.
football, hairy balls, medicine balls, balls, just balls in general. I'm like, wow, they're really trying to set a gay overtone in this film. So then all of a sudden, he gets bound by a jump rope and dragged into the showers where Jesse is taking a shower. And then all of a sudden, he literally gets stripped, ass naked. The gym teacher is literally ass naked, bound. And then I'm like, okay, this shit keeps getting more and more uncomfortable. And then we see a towel just levitate, and it's like smacking him in the ass, and it making his ass cheeks red. So I'm like, oh gosh, what is going on here? And then the coach like looks at Jesse, and then Jesse's just standing there, and it's just fog just showing up. Then all of a sudden, we see Freddy's shadow walk towards him. And I'm not gonna lie, he gives him a pretty brutal. I mean, that's the one thing about Freddy. I mean, Freddy he likes to embarrass people. He likes to humiliate people before he kills them. I mean, that's the type of dude Freddy is. So he embarrasses the coach, like you like S&M and shit, like smacks him in the ass, and then he gives him a pretty brutal death. And he's like just fucking up his back, just slashing up his back. So it was a pretty brutal death and very uncomfortable to watch. So the coach dies, and then we go back to Jesse, and then Jesse raises his hand, and he looks at it, and then the realization sets in, and then Jesse starts screaming in a high-pitched voice again. And then, we get a knock on the door. We see Jesse's parents run down the stairs, and the cops are escorting Jesse back home, saying that they found him walking down the highway naked. They say, you better keep a short leash on this kid. And then the father, of course, suspects Jesse to be on drugs. He's like, what are you taking and who gave it to you? And he goes, I'm not on drugs, Dad. Like, I need to go to bed. And then he walks to his room. So Arlo, there's either some the gay overtones in this film. It's definitely in this film, no question. But I don't fucking know. That was weird. Arlo, your thoughts on the scene?
I loved it. Triple H is my favorite wrestler.
What?
It was Calvin.
Oh, I'm done.
Nah, but in all seriousness, let me talk about the movie for a second. I actually did really enjoy it. A high schooler, if you're listening, if you're in high school, go to a gay bar. They don't check IDs, I guess. And probably the gayest shit I've seen in the movie is he went into the bar and ordered a beer, and he poured the beer in a cup. What the fuck was that? That's really... Don't mind all the gay people and drag and all that shit, but he poured a beer into a cup. Are you fucking kidding me?
Into a cup.
That happened. And then yeah, the teacher brought him to school instead of just like yelling at him for a second and then taking him back home. Just, oh, let's go to a high school which shouldn't be open, but it is, so you can run the laps for me while I beat off. What? Um,
Gave us that impression.
yeah. And yeah, he went to the shower at the middle of the night when there's only one guy over there. And yeah, got attacked by balls to the face mostly. It was funny though. He completely no sold the balls at for like the first 20 seconds. Like
He definitely did. Oh man, he no sold the shit out those balls. Yeah.
he's like, what was that? What was that? Balls? Why are balls at my face? I like them though, but that's weird.
Yeah.
He just dropped it on the ground and like fell asleep or some shit. It was so weird. Um, and then yeah, the whole whip to the ass shit. That was so fucking weird. Oh shit. That was oh my gosh. He was
That was
dead.
uncomfortable.
That's so uncomfortable.
That really was uncomfortable. Continue.
And then the dad stuff happened, and yeah, movie is going. I guess I don't know.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. So the mother is trying to talk to Jesse, but Jesse doesn't want to talk about it, and the mother believes he needs to get psychiatric help. And then the father's like, no, he doesn't need help. He just needs a good kick in the ass whatsoever. I get this feeling that the father knows that there's something up with this Jesse guy. I think he knows he's gay. And so he's like, so he's trying, I guess, trying to make him tough up or whatsoever. So Jesse and Lisa, they show up to the school and they find out that the coach is dead. So this isn't, Freddy isn't killing people in the dream world. He's starting to do it in the real world now. And I will admit, I do like the concept because Nancy took away all of Freddy's powers. You know, as soon as they said I'm no longer Freddy, that took all his powers because Freddy thrives on fear. That's what gives him his powers, children's fear. So now Freddy doesn't have that anymore. So Freddy's like, okay, what's the next best thing? Possession. So I'm going to possess this kid. And it just happens to be Jesse. So when we find out that Coach really is dead, Jesse goes, oh my God. Jesse, of course, can't sleep again. He goes to his drawer and finds the Freddy glove moving. And then we hear Freddy in the background go, kill for me, Jesse. And then Jesse, walks out to his room, goes into another room, and then we get a little girl, singing the classic, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. And it's Jesse's sister saying it. So I'm like, oh, okay, so Freddy is fucking this kid's mind up big time psychologically. Like Freddy's definitely is in Jesse's head. All right, so we get to the next scene, next morning. Jesse's starting to drink a lot more coffee now. Just like Nancy. He's trying not to fall asleep. And then Jesse calls out, her father. He calls out his father saying that, like, did you know about what happened here? About the lady, about the girl that went crazy here, watched her boyfriend get slaughtered. And then she says that the girl's mother committed suicide in the living room. Like, okay, so that must be something that they just threw in there. Because the last time we saw Nancy's mother, she was being pulled in like a little Barbie doll back to the house by Freddy. And we don't necessarily know what happened. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we don't necessarily know what happens to Nancy. Because last time we see Nancy, Freddy's got her trapped. We don't know if he killed her. We don't know if, I mean, I guess he really did kill Johnny Depp because they say he killed Johnny Depp because he died. But we don't know what happens to Nancy. But we know that the mother's dead. And I'm like, okay, where's Nancy throughout all this? I mean, it would have been nice to see a cameo of her or something, but we'll get to that later down the road. He calls father out about how he couldn't sell the house and whatsoever. About all the horrible stuff that happened here, and then the father knew about it, but the family didn't know about it. Arlo, this sounds awfully familiar, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Sounds awfully familiar. It sounds like a certain Halloween film. Paul
Rudd?
The Paul Rudd one, yes.
Yep. That
Same
one happened
exact
10 years. 10 years after this one, so.
10 years after this, yes. Yeah. So I'm like, I was watching this, I'm like, wow, this definitely sounds like something that happened in the Curse. Father never telling the family about what happened in the house, and so I was like, oh, okay, interesting. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. I kind of liked Mark Patton's acting in this scene. He called out the father or whatsoever, and okay, then we get to Lisa. Trying to help Jesse. She did some investigating about Fred Krueger. Where he used to work at. At the boiler room at the. What does she say Freddy worked at? Stop it. Where did he say he worked at? I want to say lumberyard. But like I think I said that's where. No, a factory. He used to work at a factory, and that Freddy used to work there. Freddy kidnapped 20 kids, and he sent them to the factory just to kill them. So more backstory about Freddy's history. And I guess Lisa sent Jesse there to like get some connection with Freddy whatsoever. I'll give Kim Myers credit. I think she actually is doing a good job in this role. She's playing the supportive girlfriend, the girlfriend that's by, the boyfriend's side, even when the boyfriend's fucking going crazy. I mean, we would all love a girlfriend like that. So he's trying to find like evidence of Freddy, but the scene just turned out to be rather pointless, to be honest with you. Nothing really happens in this scene. Then we get to the next scene where all of a sudden a fire starts in the furnace. And then in a camera view shot, we see, somebody going up the stairs, walking around the house, and then all of a sudden the camera's going into Jesse's little sister's room, and then we hear Freddy going, "Wake up, little girl." And then she turns, and then she opens her eyes, and she says, like, "What time is it?" Then it's Jesse. And Jesse is saying, like, it's late, go back to sleep. And then he tucks her in, and he has Freddy's glove. So Freddy tried to have Jesse kill his sister, Michael Myers style. So I'm like, oh wow. So Jesse starts eating sleeping pills, trying to stay awake. And then of course we get to the next morning. Jesse's drinking coffee, and the mother's trying to be supportive, like I noticed you've been sleeping lately, like you look a lot better too. And Jesse just look at her like, fuck off. I kind of thought that was pretty cool. So yes, Arlo.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, okay, bro.
Can you give me
You're
a
both.
quick recap?
Yes,
What you
go.
talked about. If you can give me a quick recap, please.
Okay. Jesse, Jesse, calling out. Okay, Jesse finding out the coach died, and Jesse finding his sister singing the Freddy theme song. Jesse calling out the father, and then the toaster sets on fire when the shit was unplugged. More proof that Freddy's fucking with him, even when Jesse's not sleeping. Lisa takes Jesse to the place where Freddy worked. They find nothing. And then the last thing I talked about was Freddy almost making Jesse kill his sister. So there you go.
All right. There's a lot to talk about. None of it really mattered because wasn't that much gay shit in it, and that's why I
Stop
was
it!
watching.
Will you get serious?
I am serious. That's what made this movie semi-interesting. If I followed the plot, it would be bored to tears. But if I followed another plot that I made up in my head, I was very entertained. So all his feminine voices that he was going in and out of were delightful. Never believed any of his acting, so I really couldn't take that seriously. The dad was not good at all.
Oh, well, you're reading way too into you're reading way too much into this, bro.
I am, and whatever. It's fun to me. But yeah, those just quickly summarize. Let me actually review the movie instead of the movie that I think. The death scene. I'm like, oh, okay, that was cool. Calling out the dad, that was cool. The dad's asshole. The toaster on fire, that was funny. This is like fucking Kane or something. That was funny. The sister doing the like jump roping and the song that was the creepiest part of the movie. Whenever I see that in the first one or whenever we see it, that's creepy. That's what happened here. Almost killing his sister. I didn't care. Is this where he said he's no, that's later. He's inside of him, but he didn't say it yet.
No, we're not at that point yet.
Yes, I know. So yeah, forgettable. Gay scenes is really what got me through this movie, and when we get to them, I'll elaborate.
Wow, so it was the gay scenes that kept you interested, huh?
You're damn right it was.
Okay, well, I respect your honesty. Um, so we get to Jesse at the lunch table with Grady, who's like stuffing his mouth, like he's like you can barely hear him. I mean, I'm not gonna. I actually liked the Grady character. I thought he was actually pretty likable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was a likable dude, and Lisa and her friend sit at the lunch table, and I like what he says here. He says, oh, they ask him if he's going to the party, And then with his mouth full, he just goes, "I can't. I'm grounded." And he's like, "Why?" And Lisa's go ask why, and then he goes, "I threw my grandmother down a flight of stairs." I was like, wow. Oh well. And he has like fucking like 5 milks, and I'm like, damn, like is this like a competition he's setting up for whatsoever? He's like stuffing his mouth, and then Grady. What's that?
You gotta get that protein, bro.
I guess so. And then that guy threw my mother down a flight of stairs. I thought that was funny.
I did too.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
like
you
that
did.
character.
I liked him too. I liked him too. And so Jesse basically just he's just looking crazy at the table. And then she's like, do you want to get something to eat? And then Jesse just goes, "I'm not hungry." And then and Lisa's being supportive, like we can get through this together. We just need to figure it out. And Jesse goes, "There's nothing to figure out." And Grady goes, "Look, I don't see why you waste your time with this guy. He's a basket case." And then Jesse goes, "Shut up, Grady." You know what I'm talking about, Arlo?
What?
Shut up, Grady.
Shut up, Grady.
And then when he says that, the whole classroom, they just stop and they just look at him.
Let me just say this. He loves attention. You know how some people love attention. What?
He loves attention?
Borderline. You know how not those people, but some individuals who are flamboyant act like that.
Shawn Michaels?
Attention right now. I wouldn't say Shawn Michaels. I would say Perez Hilton.
Good point. Good one.
Ariana Grande's brother.
Good one. Magic Johnson's son.
Magic Johnson's son.
Adam Rose.
It's a character. I wouldn't put into this category.
Reality. Okay.
I'm talking about actually like the real people.
Actual real people.
That use that shit to get like publicity and shit.
Well, let's just say it, Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce Jenner.
Oh, there you go. Caitlyn Jenner.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest one right now.
Yeah, definitely. Tyga.
I mess with you, bro. Okay, let's continue.
I mean, he messing with the trainees though. What?
Yeah, Young Money, the village people of hip hop.
Yeah, what's it called? Who was that guy's name? Young Thug.
Young Thug, definitely. Can we say Frank Ocean?
I don't know about that. His album's just 2 months too late. That's it.
His music was even before he came out as gay. I thought he was boring. I never got into his music.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those so Facebook deep, those songs. But
let's get back to the movie. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. All right. Sure. So right after we get Mark's diva tramp him. Just like shut up, Grady. Then I'm like, I was expecting like a snap or something after he said, I should stop. But so of course, Grady's like upset about that, so he like walks off. And then we get to the party. We get to the party where Jesse's just sitting by himself, and he goes, and Lisa goes to talk to him. And to make a long story short, she basically tries to fuck him. He puts the moves on him. She puts the moves on him, and then I'll give Jesse credit. I mean, even though the dude may have a little sugar in his tank, I mean, he was going all in with Lisa. I mean, I'll give him credit.
Fake as fuck. What? That should look
What?
Fake. What? That should look fake as fuck.
It was 85, bro.
I mean, that shit looked like I really have to do this. Ugh, I guess so.
Okay, all right. Oh,
It
okay.
looked fake. It looked fake.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Ew, those are boobs. I don't want to touch boobs.
Looked like she had some pretty big boobs too, but so look like he was about to go down on Lisa. Then all of a sudden, like we see like his tongue just like, you know, I can't explain. It was a good special effect. It was a good special effect where, you know, like his tongue kind of like enlarges and shit, like it stretches out.
It's better for what he was about to do, but no, he had to.
He had to leave because he felt that Freddy was about to make him kill Lisa. I agree with Arlo. I'm like, fuck that. Use the extra tongue to your advantage. I mean, fuck, who knows? She loves you now. She would really love you if you did that, but okay. But then he had to leave. I'm like, pussy. And it gets to the point where the pool party starts becoming like a fucking orgy. It seemed like everybody about to fuck everybody.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, yeah. It looked like they took some good drugs and said, let's fuck each other right here in this pool. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Jesse somehow breaks inside of Grady's house. Literally, Arlo, what did he do?
He got right on top of him and on his bed while he was while he was sleeping. I need your help. I need your dick. What?
Yeah, he literally got on top. Hey, Grady has no shirt on, by the way.
Yeah.
He literally jumped on top of him. I'm like, bro, how the fuck did he even get inside the house?
You need that dick, boy. What?
I guess so. And then he's like staring Grady deep into his eyes. And he turns on the light. And I'm like, bro, chill.
Pause.
Definitely pause. Definitely pause. And then he gets up and closes the door. I'm like, where the fuck is this going? Like, even Grady's like, even Grady was like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? And even though, again, we've been talking about Mark Patton and his Jesse character, but again, there were times where I actually did like his acting.
Huh. I know. He was actually believable in this scene, though.
Yeah, he actually is believable.
Yeah, I mean, when there's a guy without a shirt on and you're Jesse, you're gonna act truthfully. What?
And his shirt is, again, his chest is exposed and shit again. I don't know what the fuck, but then, you know, Jesse just, you know, tends to explain to Grady, and he basically confesses to Schneider. Schneider, that was the coach's name. His name was Schneider, Coach Schneider.
Coach Long Dick style? What? I don't know.
So Jesse confesses to killing Schneider, and there was a funny, and Grady says a funny line here. She's like something is trying to get inside of me, and then Grady says, yeah, it's a female and she's waiting for you, but instead you want to sleep with me. And I'm like, Yeah, because Jesse wants to stay. We wants to stay the night at Grady's house. I'm like, there's a fucking woman that's basically was throwing herself at you, but you rather go, oh, okay, whatever. Because I mean, he can't tell his girlfriend this, but he can tell Grady this. There's something inside me that needs to come out. When he says that, I'm like, where? Again, they're kind of playing with Jesse's character here. I can't say he's fully gay. From what it looks like, oh, he's bisexual to me.
Gay.
But I say gay, bisexual. I mean, because if
you like digging the
no, gay that you just like other dudes. Jesse.
I understand.
Jesse likes Lisa.
No, he likes her company that she does shit for him. But when he wanted to get physical, he's like, nah, bro, give me that dick.
Well, Jesse was actually going for it until the tongue shit happened.
Excuses.
Hey, facts.
Excuses.
If that tongue shit doesn't happen, he was gonna fuck Lisa on that floor.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
Did you watch the same movie I did?
I did. He looked like, oh my god, why am I doing this? And like,
But he was doing
simultaneously, he's like, when the tongue came out and he came up, he's like, oh shit, Ron, and then he's like, I gotta go, and then he scurried off and trying to give Ron head. What?
Well, who's Ron?
Rod. What's his name? That the guy.
Grady.
Grady.
Grady. Where the fuck did Rod come from?
I have no idea.
Jesus. Oh goodness.
I think that might have been from the second movie.
From the first film. This is the second movie. What is wrong with you tonight, bro? This is the second movie.
Calm down. I said, I mean, this is from the Rod from the first movie, wasn't he?
This is not the same guy, but yeah, Rod from the first movie.
I know. I'm just saying. I just got that mixed.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Let's get back to the review. Okay. So Jesse's talking about how there's something inside me that needs to come out and shit.
I need to come out. What? Come out.
So he volunteers to stay the night at Grady's house, and he says he needs to, watch him, and if I act weird or if I dream weird, or I don't know how I'm supposed to see your dream, but okay, or if I even try to leave this room, don't let me leave. I don't care if you knock me over my head, just make sure I don't leave, and whatever you do, don't fall asleep, just like Nancy. So, all right. So we get back to the orgy. Well, about to become an orgy. And Lisa's friend telling her to, just go find him or whatsoever. Does Lisa feel bad because she feels that Jesse shouldn't be alone? Again, I like this Lisa character. She's basically a girlfriend that everybody would love. Very supportive, even when the dude's acting fucking crazy. Like I said earlier in the show, like every dude would love to have a girlfriend like Lisa. I would love to have a girlfriend like Lisa. So then, Grady, shirtless still. I put a fucking shirt on, bro. He's flipping through the channels. Can't find nothing on. Jesse's sleeping, so I guess Grady thinks it's okay. So he falls asleep. And then Jesse wakes up. He goes, Grady, it's happening again. Okay. Like, Grady, it's happening again. and then like I mean, he looks like he's about to have a massive case of diarrhea, but I will admit I really did like the effects of this scene. I thought the effects in the scene was brilliant. I really loved it. Where we see like the nails, like the knives coming out of his fingers, and I actually thought Mark Patton was actually selling this scene really well personally. I mean, how else are you supposed to act? Fucking terrified. That's how he acted. And I like Grady. I mean, I like Grady's action. Like he's scared shitless. And then we see the knives coming out of Jesse's wrist. And then he screams, and we see like Freddy's eye like moving around. I thought that was a good effect. And we see like Freddy's face trying to come out of Jesse's stomach. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
And then he basically cuts Jesse open, and Freddy just slowly comes out. I thought that was an awesome effect. I thought it was a pretty badass way because now it seems like the possession is almost complete. It is 100% almost complete now. And I will admit, the makeup effect on Freddy looks fucking creepy in this film. He really looks creepy. I'll give the makeup effects credit. They did a good job on Robert Englund. And of course, Robert Englund's like laughing at Grady, slowly walking towards him with the knife, kills Grady, stabs him with the knife, which kind of bummed me out because I really liked his character. I kind of would have wished he would have lived, but hey, it's a horror movie. Not all your favorite characters are going to make it. And then Jesse just staring there, blood all over him. And then we see Freddy in the mirror just laughing at Jesse. But I will say, I mean, we haven't reviewed all the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street films, but I've seen a lot of them, and out of all Nightmare on Elm Street films, psychologically, I think Jesse's like the one person that Freddy really fucks with in the head. I mean, he's really mentally tormenting Jesse. Like he's in the mirror, he's laughing at him and shit. And I again, Mark Patton, I thought he did a good job in this scene. He's looking at Freddy and goes, "You son of a bitch! You killed him!" And he throws the knife at the mirror. I mean, I liked how Mark Patton sold that scene. I really did like it. He showed real emotion there. So I thought that was really good by Mark Patton. I thought that was really good. Like he legit looked pissed off. And we go back to the orgy, and it looks like the orgy's fucking complete. I mean, everybody's all making out and shit, and I'm like, damn, like, where's my invitation? Fuck. So
it was they said it to you, but you weren't born yet, so.
So Jesse goes back to Lisa's house.
No, sell me? Okay.
Yeah. What you gonna do about it? So
call you off for it. That's what they did.
No, well, you did. So you happy? Good. Now. So Jesse.
Let's get back to this cauldron of homo sorcery.
Yeah. So Jesse, instead of going to the cops or whatsoever, he goes back to Lisa's house with blood all over him. And again, another good scene by Mark Patton right here, where he finally confesses to Lisa. It's like, I killed Schneider, I killed Grady, and Fred Krueger, he owns me. I'll give Mark Patton credit. I thought he actually did a pretty good job in this scene, with Lisa. So
he's
then,
Freddy's
you know,
bitch. He's
what's
Freddy's
that?
bitch. He's Freddy's bitch.
Yes, he basically says he's Freddy's bitch, basically.
And he's inside him all the time.
He is inside him all the time. So, Lisa realizes that Jesse's fear is giving Freddy his strength. Again, the more terrified you are of Freddy, the stronger he becomes. But he just, but then of course, he's terrified, so Freddy almost starts to come out again. And then Lisa's trying to tell him, fight it, fight it. And then Jesse goes, I can't. And and then all of a sudden, we see Freddy. Freddy is transformed once again, like, there's no more Jesse. And then, Lisa fights off Freddy. And, of course, she's trying to get to the party, but the door is locked. And, wait, I think I'm missing something here. And she tries to get out the door, but the door is locked, of course. She runs into Freddy, and Freddy, not giving two fucks, he bites Lisa's leg. He bites the leg like it's a fucking barbecue rib. I'm like, fuck. Kicks Freddy in the face. And this is not like, if Freddy doesn't have his normal glove. It's like the knife is out of his fingers, which I thought was cool. And then people are starting to notice that the pool's starting to get hot. And so Freddy's going towards Lisa. He's trying to tell her, oh yeah, like Lisa's trying to tell Freddy. What's that?
I was saying, yeah, the beer cans are popping, the hot dogs are on fire and shit.
Yeah, beer cans popping, hot dogs on fire. And then Lisa's trying to tell Freddy, looking at Freddy saying, Jesse, come out, Jesse. And fuck. And then Freddy goes, there is no Jesse. I'm Jesse now.
Come out of the closet.
Come out, Jesse. But again, I'll give Robert Englund. Again, Robert Englund's doing his thing as Freddy. I mean, out of all, Freddy is what Robert Englund is doing his thing as Freddy, and he's doing a really good job once again. And all of a sudden, out of Freddy's mouth, we hear Jesse's voice like, "I love you, Lisa."
That was so fucking weird.
That really was weird.
I have no idea. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck did you just say?
I'm like, wait. Hey, I'm looking at it right now, and again, and yeah, the makeup effect on Freddy, like Freddy looks fucking creepy in this film. Like, I think this might be one of Freddy's best looks throughout the whole franchise. I really do. Freddy grabs Jesse by the throat, and then we hear in Freddy's voice saying, "I love you, Lisa." And then Freddy, and then I'm like, and like you can tell that Jesse is trying to, I don't want to say come out. He's trying to overpower Freddy.
He's trying to come out.
Okay, you could say it. But then, Freddy realizes what's happened, throws Lisa, and then crashes into the party. We're about to get my favorite scene throughout the whole film. So
you skipped a big thing. Lisa stabbed him. like 4 times, but it was like the worst stabbing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, those were some pretty weak stabs. I mean, Lisa wasn't trying to be convincing with the stabs at all.
It,
Freddie was laughing at her as he should have. I'm like, really? This is weak.
It looked like she accidentally like dropped her hand or something. It looked like her hand fell asleep for a second once she did it. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it looked bad. So Arlo, we get, actually got a lot to talk about. I mean, Jesse, did you already talk about Jesse, jumping on Grady?
I was talking about during like when you were talking about a little bit, but no, not.
Okay, Jesse. Okay, yes, Jesse jumping on Grady.
The party, it's like the party on. Yeah, I've been talking.
Yeah, and then and then the party about to turn into an orgy. Of course, Jesse, turning into Freddy, and then Jesse going to Lisa's house, and then Freddy is now. It seems like the transformation is finally complete. Like Freddy has finally taken over Jesse, and he chases after Lisa. And Robert Englund is the man. Robert Englund's doing this. He's the shit in this movie. So, Earl, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're just watching this movie, this party going on. Jesse and Lisa are getting it on, and his tongue goes 7 feet tall, and he's like, "Oh, I have to go." And then before he can finish the job, he goes to Brady's, and basically he's on top of him, like, "I gotta tell you something. Can I stay here?" I'm like, "What the fuck, you fadge, fadge? Oh, what's a fadge? I don't know." Um, that's a nice saying. But that happened. I'll agree with you on like the coming out of the his coming out of Jesse's body. And then the whole orgy thing, I'm like, what the fuck? Like basically parents are away and the orgy starts. I'm like, what the fuck? I wish I went to more parties like this because it was like everybody's away and let's fuck. I was like, damn, motherfuckers. It was like, damn, that was fast as hell. Um, but the Brady thing, him coming, Freddie was coming out and shit, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. Wasn't crazy about it at all. It's coming out. The effects in the beginning were cool, and he was just like when his face was like implemented on his skin, it was like coming out. I thought that was the funniest shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? This is so fucking weird. Mixing with all the gay shit in this movie, I'm like, this shit is probably the weirdest shit I've seen in a long ass time. And then he gets killed and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's fine. Didn't really do anything, but it was funny. So, and then we get back to like the house and stuff, and Jesse's covered in blood, and he's like, I killed him, and I killed everything. And the weird ass part about this is Lisa's like, everything's fine. Like, I killed him. I'm like, oh, that's fine. You didn't do it. I'm like, what the fuck? This is going crazy too. He's like, you're dating a fucking murderer. Just do something about it.
She's a ride or die chick, bro.
Yeah, that was weird though. I'm like, turn his ass in then. If he's telling you to kill people, whatever. And then yeah, shit started like popping, and he's just trying to get him to like fight, and then doesn't happen. Freddy Krueger comes out. She tries to fight him, but can't really. She has weak ass stabs. All the doors locked, the pool locked, the gates and everything locked, so nobody can get out. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Was enjoying it, obviously. The flaming homosexuality is really intriguing in this, and I'm enjoying it. That part.
And now we get to the best part of the movie. When Freddy jumps out, now this is where Freddy becomes a legit badass to me, complete badass. Freddy jumps out and he disappears. Now, of course, the students are like, what the fuck is going on? They're looking, and all of a sudden, Freddy pops right up. He's like throwing shit. He slices a dude's face. And like he's like chasing all the other kids. And the kids can't escape. They can't escape because the fences are on fire. And Freddy like stabs a dude in the stomach. You see, it's bleeding out. His guts coming out. And like Freddy's fucking people up at a party. Like yes, like this is the type of shit I want to see. And then we meet quite possibly the most dumbest high schooler of all time. Arlo, we've been to parties. If a motherfucking serial killer with a deformed face killing everybody with a glove full of knives, are you going to try and reason with that person?
Nah.
You got the right mentality, Arlo.
Like, hey, bro, chill. I'm not gonna come up to you, but I'm gonna be like, hey, chill. Chill, bro. And I'm gonna do that from like a good distance, not like come up to you at all. Fuck that shit.
No, this fucking idiot who Arlo, he deserved to die. He really did deserve to die. Okay, he's like going up to Freddy like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're not here to hurt you. I mean, it's fine. Everything's okay. Just calm down. Because I love how Freddy's looking at him like Freddy's looking at him like, really? Like, seriously? You're really trying to calm me down right now? At least his father trying to load up the gun. Then I'm sitting here looking at the dude like, Freddy, kill this stupid motherfucker. Kill him. He's like, just tell us what you want. Just tell us what you want, okay? We only want to help you. And then another great line by Freddy. Once he says, he's like, he says, I want to help you. Freddy goes, help yourself, fucker. And then the fire rises. And then fucking Freddy slices him in the face and tosses him. And then when he did that, I was like, fuck yeah. There we go, Freddy. That's what I'm talking about. Help yourself, fucker. I love that. And then the fire in the background. And then Freddy goes, you're all my children now. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, Robert Englund is the shit, man. So Lisa's father tries to shoot at Freddy. And Freddy looks fucking scary, bro. There's a shot of him right by the fire. Freddy's eyes are red, for God's sakes. Like they really did a bang up job on Freddy. He sees Lisa, and then he stops himself. And then another badass moment where Freddy just, basically just walks out the party, and he walks through a fence and it sets on fire. Now, people hate this scene, apparently, because there's like, Robert Englund is not a tall guy. He's a relatively, average-sized dude. They were like, there's a bunch of kids. There's only one guy, and he only has knives for fingers. You mean to tell me they couldn't take this dude? Hey, you know what? Oh, he's a small guy. You know who else? You know what else is small? A fucking like raccoon. Okay? That doesn't mean that you're not going to run away from it if it's snarling at you and about to scratch your fucking face. Or a little dog. You fuck with a dog, he's going to bite your ass. Jet Li's small. That don't mean you ain't going to fuck with him.
Yeah, even Bruce Lee. He was only like 140 pounds.
Oh, bro. One Bruce Lee could fuck up that whole party. Okay?
Yeah. Exactly.
So don't even try Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee could kill every single. I mean, Freddy killed only a couple people in that. Freddy killed a couple people in that part. Bruce would kill. He could have killed every single one of them. So
I mean, yeah, obviously, I'm just saying size
yeah,
really doesn't matter.
I know what you mean, but yeah,
I mean,
which is I
size does
read the
matter, but
reviews.
I don't know.
Yeah, I read the reviews like, oh, Freddy's short. Like, I mean, nobody could take him down. Yeah, because you're gonna try to take down a motherfucker, that's slicing people's faces off, slicing their guts out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, macho bullshit, man. Fuck that. So Lisa's father goes, "Where did he go?" And Lisa just runs off. I was like, only Lisa knows, Daddy. So she drives off to the factory where Freddy worked to go have a final confrontation with Freddy Krueger trying to save her gay boyfriend, Jesse. So Arlo, no question the best scene of the movie. Freddy fucking people up in the party. Stop it. Okay.
I'm serious. It wasn't.
Possibly the best line of the movie. Help yourself, fucker. And hey, that was an awesome scene. That was a really cool scene. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it was fine, I guess, but there was no like shit to talk about like the gay stuff. I would have liked that.
Bro, you're really trying it right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was cool. Definitely not the best scene. The best scene was either the gym teacher one or the one where he like starts dancing, and that one of those two. I think it's the one that's dancing because before that he was like mad at his dad and he high stepped his way to his room. So I think that was definitely the best scene. But I can see what you're talking about, where you would be coming from with this. In all seriousness, yeah, that's pretty cool. He just running around, slicing people's heads. I mean, their bodies and shit, and killing them like crazy. It basically got people in a corner and shit, and the fucking water lit on fire. It was weird. There was a lot of shit that was going on during that. I mean, that's what happens when you throw my mixtape into the water.
All right, moving on. Okay, so.
But yeah, I just want to mention one thing though.
What's that?
The dad has terrible aim. He fucking hit like a table when he was supposed to try to shoot a guy. It was really bad.
Yeah, he wasn't even close to shooting Freddy.
Yeah.
So Lisa goes to the factory to search for Freddy, and then sudden nightmares that she has. Then she faces sudden nightmares that she has to control her fear before confronting Freddy. She has to control her fear. Which I'm like, okay, that's a cool concept. And then she finds Freddy, but then she pleads to Jesse to fight Freddy. But Freddy's hold is too strong. Like the possession is complete. He has a full control of Jesse. But only when Lisa. This shit was kind of corny to me. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Lisa confesses her love for Jesse and kisses Freddy. And then, like, the whole time Freddy's going like, no, Jesse's dead. So I'm like, okay, so the power of love kills Freddy. Corny? Very corny, but I guess, okay, that's whatever. Kisses Freddy, and then Jesse begins to fight back. Where he basically, turns Freddy, combust and turns into ash. So the power of love The power of love saves Jesse. Wow. So Freddy dies, and Jesse emerges from the ashes. And they reunite, they kiss, everything's fine and dandy. So then we get to the last scene where the same problem I have with Nightmare on Elm Street 1 is the same problem I have with Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Jesse, Lisa, and Carrie, Lisa's friend, are taking the bus to school, and then Jesse begins, to notice the same similarities to his original nightmare and panics. Like this bus is going awfully fast and whatsoever. And Lisa, calms Jesse down, saying there's nothing to be afraid of. And you saw this coming. Carrie, Lisa's friends, go, "Don't worry about it, Jesse. It's all over." Then all of a sudden, Freddy's claw arm bursts through her chest. And then Lisa and Jesse are screaming. And we can hear Freddy laughing as the bus drives into a field, just as in Jesse's nightmare. And that's the end of the movie. Now, I'm like, fuck, I hate endings like that. Because, one, it's a question mark. I mean, did Jesse die? Did Lisa die? And the spoiler alert, we no longer hear about what happened to Jesse in the later films. I would have liked to know what have happened. So, there's Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Despite the gay overtones that this movie sets, I was telling Arlo before this, I personally did not give a damn about the gay overtones, okay? I come into a movie to see if the dude can act and could he sell the fact that he's scared of Freddy. And if anything, him being gay, I mean, clearly to Arlo, it kind of made the movie more interesting. To be honest, Arlo clearly enjoyed it. And even I was kind of like, okay, this is interesting. And I thought Mark Patton, I thought he actually did a great job. I really believe he did a great job. He wasn't bad. He really was not bad at all. I mean, yeah, we could see he had a little sugar in his tank, he had a little sugar in his tank, he was one of them boys. But yeah, he was one of those shit diggers. But he was not bad at all. And yes, Mark Patton came out a few years after this, and he did openly admit that he is gay. So boom, there you go. Secret out. Mark Patton really is gay. If you didn't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. So I thought Mark Patton did a great job. I thought Kim Myers did a great job. I thought her and Mark Patton played off each other really well. And of course, Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, solid, creepy. He was very menacing. He was great as Freddy once again. I like the possession concept. I thought it was a good idea. Sadly, we never see Freddy do this ever again until I think Freddy's dead, I think. Which is funny because people praise, because Freddy was doing possession movies in the later movies, but people loved it, but he does it here. Like, no, it's stupid. Yep, I like the possession concept. I gave Nightmare on Elm Street an 8 out of 10. I you know what? I will give this a 7 out of 10. I will give it a 7 out of 10. I was kind of entertained by it. It didn't bore me. I don't think this movie is as bad as people make it out to be. If anything, Halloween: The Curse is a worse movie, to be honest with you. Part 2, Nightmare on Elm Street, didn't piss me off. So I thought this was a very underrated film, and it's not as bad. I liked mostly everybody in this movie. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge gets a 7 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a pretty damn good sequel. So Arlo, your thoughts on Freddy's death, the shock ending, which I hate, and your overall thoughts on Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 and your overall rating.
I wasn't surprised by the shock value thing. I mean, that basically happens in every single movie now. There's not like any ending, and then there's like, we need one more scare in this, and yeah. It wasn't that bad though. Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't hate the movie. It wasn't bad. I really didn't pay attention to the straight parts, to be completely honest with you. Those bored me. But whenever Jesse came on the screen, I knew some homosexuality would flare up, and I was right. And that's what kept me entertained in this. I
So
don't know.
Mark Patton was entertaining to you.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
I mean, two guys wrestling with their pants off, guy twerking to some Madonna. Man, that was crazy. And Freddy's a pedophile. It was probably one of the most unconventional, funny movies that I have ever seen in my life. A bird starts attacking people, it just explodes. Tranny bars. I don't even know what happens. This is so fucking stupid. But it was funny in a stupid way. He was about to get some and then he grew a 3-foot tongue. A guy came out of his body. He was inside of him. Oh my it was so funny. Oh my gosh. He's inside me. So much stuff. But for real though, I think if I watched a gay porno, it would be less gay than this. Like if there was a scene in this movie where two guys were fucking, I'm like, oh, there's a straight thing.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, this is complete faggotry. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. I made it so I made it so far with this entire thing.
I knew you was gonna do that, Arlo.
Oh my god. I almost finished though. Fuck. Whatever.
Motherfucker.
I was so close too. I was so close.
Fucking liar.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. I was so close, guys. I was so close. But yeah, this is so unintentionally funny because it like made everything like completely gay, and it wasn't supposed to. And this is 100% true. This is the gayest horror movie of all time. I don't even have to watch any other horror movie. I just know this is true. But out of 10, I mean, if it wasn't for all the gay stuff, it'd probably be like a 3 out of 10. But because of all the gay stuff, 7 out of 10. Fucking entertaining as hell.
Man, you stupid. You are stupid, bro. So yes, so there you have it. There is your Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge review. I hope you guys were entertained by this review. Next Friday, we are going to review one of my favorite. Well, I think either 3 or 4 is my favorite, but this is one of my favorite out the whole franchise. We're going to review Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. I cannot wait because I love this film to death. Heather Langenkamp, Nancy comes back. We meet Kincaid, Patricia Arquette. You know, of course, Kincaid, the franchise favorite. Entertaining and fun film. I cannot wait to review it. And then, of course, Part 4, which is Part 4 is my personal favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film. So I cannot wait to review that. So got some good stuff coming up, man. I'm pretty excited. So Arlo, go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
Where you can follow me at is Twitter, Clean Silverware. Shout out to Grit718. Follow him. He's I use Cauldron of Homo Sorcery like almost every day now. So go check his tweets out and shit. He's really funny.
Yeah, and you can find me at jtimpson1193 on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel. This is where we are going to do the movie reviews and Blitz Team live commentaries. And of course, I have my original channel, James Tim. Subscribe to that channel. And you've exclusive. You guys can hear it here first. Expect a little surprise from Justin, MG, myself, and Adam. We may actually get together tomorrow. We may actually record a video for you guys. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
On Justin's channel.
On Justin Bryan's channel.
Yeah.
So look out for that tomorrow. Of course, follow MG, Matt Genius, follow Adam.
Yeah.
Nick, show Nick some love and support. Shout out to Nick. Of course, Bruce, blitzsportsnetwork.com. Ever since SummerSlam, he's been on a roll with the content lately. Show that man some support. Yeah, I really like where the Blitz team as a whole is at right now. Some really good stuff we're about to give out. So there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. Me and Arlo, we appreciate you guys joining these reviews, and we enjoy doing these, and we appreciate the love and support. So we will see you guys next week. Everybody have a great weekend. We are out. Peace.